we'll now create the last part of our homepage, which is this footer. It has columns with lists, and we also use the font Awesome icon font. And then finally it has this address and also an inline list at the very bottom with some copyright information. In our code editor, we make sure to set our cursor outside of this container element that we created, because we want to create a new footer tag which shouldn't have the constraint of the container. We'll give this footer tag the class small to make the font size inside smaller. Now we will create a new container to constrain the width of the content inside. The reason we don't want a container outside is that we want this to have a specific background color to take up the full width later on. This wouldn't be possible if our container was outside. So now we close the container which is inside of our footer tag. Then we create our first heading, which we'll use an H6 heading element. We'll give it the text quick links. Then we'll create an unstyled list. So we create an unordered list, a UL tag with the class list unstyled. Inside this we'll create a list item, and inside this an anchor tag with the value index.html and the text home. So in this first unordered list, we'll just create the menu items one more time. I'll just change the text accordingly. Services, about, team, and contact. Our next list will have the heading information, and it will also be an unstyled list using the class list unstyled. We'll create anchor tags inside of our list items like so. We'll give the text legal information. We'll not duplicate this twice and change the text content to job opportunities and frequently asked questions. Alright, our third column or list will have the text follow us, and it will be links to different social media profiles. Once again, we create an unordered list with the class list unstyled. Inside this we create a list item with an anchor tag like so. Then we'll give it the text Facebook in the first one, but before that we want to add an icon for Facebook. So to use the font Awesome icon font, we use an I tag like this. Then we need to give it specific classes. So for all of them we need to use the FA class, and then we can also use the class FW, which stands for fixed width, to make different icons have the same width if they appear stacked on top of each other, like in a list like this. And then a class with the name FA- and the keyword for the specific icon. So for this example it will be Facebook. For accessibility we'll give it the area hidden attribute with the value true, since a screen reader don't need any information about this icon. Now we'll copy this list item a few times. And for our second one, we want it to be the Instagram logo and text. And then we want the Twitter logo and text. And then the YouTube logo and text. And then the LinkedIn logo and text. Our last column will be the address. We'll use the H6 heading again and add the text, our location. Then we'll use the address tag to wrap our address inside. And then we'll first use the strong tag to put our company name inside. We'll create a line break by using the BR tag. And then we'll add the street name, and then zip code and city. Then we'll add the phone number, but right before the numbers we want an icon to appear. So we add the I tag with the class FA, FAFW, and FA phone. We'll also use the area hidden attribute with the value true. And we'll close the I tag again like this. And then we'll add an anchor tag. And the value of the href attribute will start with tell colon, and then we'll insert our phone number. Just a random number here. And then we can format it more human friendly as the text content of this anchor tag. For example, like so. We'll use one more break tag, and then we'll do something similar for the email address. So we start with an icon with the classes FA, FW, and FA envelope O. And then the area hidden attribute with the value true. We'll close the I tag. And then in our anchor tag, we'll start our href attribute with the mail to colon prefix. And then we'll write some kind of email address here. And then as the text content, we'll write the same email address again. Now we only need to add our inline list. So we create an unordered list with the class list inline. Inside this, we create our first list item with the class list inline item. We will first create the HTML entity for the copyright symbol, which is the ampersand, copy, semicolon, and then 2017 company name. Then we'll create one more list item with the class list inline item and the text all rights reserved. Let's see this in the browser. We'll change tab and refresh. Just resize the window. So here we have our first column, second column, third column with icons, and fourth column with address and icons. And in the bottom we have our inline list. We will also make this responsive later.